Head coach Chris Mills, assistant coach Philip Gamble, assistant coach Damon Singer, and middle school coaches Mike Rollins and Carl Wilkie. High school basketball accomplishments for Gunner, a 6-year member of the Waynesville basketball program, 3-year member of the WHS Varsity basketball team. He was selected first team 5A All-District Team 27-2018. Future plans for Mr. Reese: attend college to study physical therapy. Gunner's favorite basketball memory at WHS: getting the opportunity to travel with my teammates to Arkansas the past 3 years. Gunner Reese! Our next Tiger senior is Zeke Rogers. He is being escorted by Megan Rogers. Also joining him in half court, Corey Hayes, Chris Bills, Philip Gamble, Damon Singer, and his middle school coaches, Mike Rollins and Carl Wilkie. Zeke's high school basketball accomplishments are a 6-year member of the WHS basketball program, 3-year member of the WHS varsity basketball team, and a member of the 2016 WHS district basketball championship team. Future plans for Mr. Rogers are to attend college to study business. Zeke's favorite basketball memory at WHS: playing basketball, spending time and traveling with my teammates in the bread van during summer basketball. Zeke Rogers! Our next Tiger senior is Carson Cavalier. He's being escorted by Thomas and Marcy Cavalier. Carson's high school basketball accomplishments include a 3-year member of the WHS varsity basketball team, first team All-Ozark Conference in 2017-18, and selected to the first team 5A All-District 2017-18 season. Future plans for Mr. Cavalier are to attend college and study sports medicine. Carson's favorite basketball memory at WHS: experience I have shared with my teammates on and off the court for the past 3 years. Carson Cavalier! And our final Tiger senior is Tajay Stewart! He's being escorted by Debbie Aragon and Wanda Woodard. Tajay's high school basketball awards include 3-year member of the WHS varsity basketball team and a member of the 2016 district basketball championship team. Future plans for Mr. Stewart are to attend college and study business management, become a licensed cosmetologist, and he plans to open his own shop. Tajay's favorite basketball memory at WHS: being a member of the 2016 district and state playoff team at WHS. Tajay Stewart! Ladies and gentlemen, this is your class of 2019 Tiger basketball seniors. And now I'd like to introduce our 2019 senior cheerleaders and dance team members. Our first senior cheerleader is Brenda Bland. She's escorted by Rachel and James Bohannon. Her plans for the future are to attend the University of Arkansas to major in business management and healthcare administration, to eventually work at Vanderbilt Ingram Cancer Center in Nashville. Her favorite memory of high school is last year when Gracie finally hit her kick full in our performance at the pep assembly. Her advice for underclassmen: don't stop believing. Brenda Bland! Our next cheerleader is Asia Dominic. She's escorted by her mother, Tina Battles. Her plan for the future is to attend law school and become a criminal defense lawyer. Her favorite memory in high school is placing 7th at state for cheer and first in the country for gymnastics at our old school. Her advice for underclassmen is to stay focused, do your best, and enjoy high school because it flies by fast. Asia Dominic! Our next senior cheerleader is Ulissa Child! She's escorted by David and Lisa Giles. Her plan for the future is to major in nursing at Missouri State University, then get her master's degree in occupational therapy. Her favorite memory is performing at her first pep assembly. Her advice for underclassmen is if you're ever feeling upset or overwhelmed, cut your hair. It fixes everything. Ulissa Child! Up next, Kayla Owens. She is escorted by Rebecca Haddon. Her plans for the future are to pursue an acting career and star in big-time roles while going to college to major in psychology and help people all around the world, just like Michael Jackson did. She wants to make the world a better place, starting with herself. Her favorite high school moment is playing hide and seek with Coach Smith at Mizzou Arena. Her advice for underclassmen is don't waste your time. Utilize it, because you will most definitely need it. Have fun to be yourself. Don't try to please everyone, because, well, you can't. And remember, if it's meant to be, it'll be. Kayla Owens! Our next cheerleader is Tiana Pickett. She is escorted by her mother, Tiana Pickett, and stepfather, Aaron Hamilton. Her plans for the future are to join the National Guard, attend MSU, and become a child development teacher, and eventually a principal. Her favorite memory is riding back from Nixa and killing fake fighting with Kayla. Her advice for underclassmen is stop letting people bring you down. Be the best you can be before it is over. Tiana Pickett! Our next senior is Courtney Shea! She is escorted by her mom, Shay Mason. Her plans for the future are to attend the University of Alabama, Roll Tide, major in biology, to go to pre-med, and minor in education. Her favorite memory is when they went to Willard, and I told Coach I was the assistant coach. Well, because I am, and that was the start of my assistant coach journey. Her advice for underclassmen is to get your life together before senior year. Procrastination is not key. Courtney Shea! And our final senior cheerleader is Sienna Smith! She is escorted by her parents, Felicia Tucker and James Tucker. Her plan for the future is going to college for 4 years to major in pediatrics while working as a certified nurse assistant. Her favorite memory is going to spend her sophomore year performing in front of thousands of people. Her advice for underclassmen is make a difference. Your time in high school will work to shape you as a person. Try to do things that count. Take time to give back to others, even if it's in a small way. Make your time matter. Sierra Smith! Up next we have our combo seniors, those that were in cheer and dance. So our first cheer and dance senior is Crystal Ferrer. She is escorted by Joanne Ferrer. Her plans for the future are to attend Missouri State University for 4 years and become an English teacher in a high school moment was being in the first ever Waynesville High School dance team and becoming friends with amazing people like Molly Hanley. Her advice for underclassmen is live your best life and don't worry about what others think, because most likely what someone says today won't matter tomorrow. And always remember to do whatever makes you happy. Grace Kristen. And now for our dance senior, our final senior of the night. That honor goes to Courtney Mason. Correction, Molly Hanley. Courtney Mason's imperials. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen, just giving a word. Molly Hanley is escorted by her mother, Gretchen Hewitt. Her plans for the future is to attend Johnson & Wales University in Denver, Colorado, and earn a BS in Baking and Pastry Arts and Food Service Management. Her favorite memory is being part of the premier Rhythm Nation dance team her junior year and being able to dance again this year. Her advice for underclassmen is to try to keep your future in mind, but remember that you only go through high school once. So make it count, make friends, have fun, get involved, and take lots of pictures. Molly Hanley. How about a round of applause for 2019 Waynesville Tigers and Lady Tigers seniors. Waynesville High School is a proud member of the Missouri State High School Activities Association. We remind all spectators that this game is competitive, but it's also an educational experience for all the players and students. Let's continue to show respect and sportsmanship throughout this contest and refrain from negative cheers, chants, or behavior. We welcome our guests from Springfield and wish all players good luck tonight's game. Now, please rise, wave your hats, and join us for the playing of our national anthem.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Waynesville Tiger basketball as the Tigers take on the Springfield Parkview Vikings tonight in Ozark Conference action. I'm Mike Rawlings. Along with me tonight is Matt Johnson. Matt, one more Ozark Conference battle to go right here in Waynesville High School.
Absolutely. It doesn't seem like that long ago that we started the season bringing you the boys and girls basketball games. And Mike, we're down to our last two broadcasts of the season.
Exactly right. Doesn't seem possible, but we really crammed a whole home season into about 4.5 weeks, Matt.
We did. As you see tonight, I think we're going to see two teams that at the beginning of the year maybe wasn't what we expected. We've got the Tigers, and we've seen the presence of Carson Cavalier being back for the Tigers and the lift that's given Waynesville. And on the other side, you have a Parkview team that's missing a big piece that they had really counted on having most of the season.
Well, Parkview went into the season looking at some pretty big heights when you look at everything. Invitation to the Bass Pro Tournament, some things like that. Injuries have really hurt this Parkview Viking team as the season has went on. They're trying to gel back together, and they've had some success throughout the season. They kind of had some downs. Tonight ought to be a heck of a basketball game.
Oh, absolutely. I got to watch a little bit of the JV in here, and I stepped over and watched the freshmen. The Tigers winning both the JV and the freshman game already this evening. So we'd like for it to be a clean sweep. Send those Vikings right on back to Springfield with their tail between their legs.
That's exactly right. Starting lineup out there for your Waynesville Tigers tonight. It's going to be the 4 seniors that got honored tonight here at senior night. Tajay Stewart, Carson Cavalier, and then a couple that myself and Coach Wilkin got to go out on the floor, help honor too. Gunnar Reese and Zeke Rogers, as Gunnar and Zeke are both 6-year Tigers. They started with me in 7th grade, Coach Wilkin in 8th grade, and all the way up through the program. Those are all four of those guys are very special kids. Has some great experiences with them over their years. But it's real special when you see a kid come into Waynesville and they'd be here all 6 years and make it through the basketball program 6 years.
Absolutely. As I'm sure you can hear in the background, the Tiger Band up there tonight under the direction of Mr. Jared Sabatasso.
Not just under the direction. Jared's grabbed him an instrument over there. Looks like a tuba, and Jared's over there just playing to beat the band.
I believe that's a trumpet of some sort, but...
Well, maybe, Matt. I know Jared's an accomplished tuba player, so.
Well, he was all conference here and all district in the tuba back when he was in high school.
Well,
And that student, I'll say this, the student section looks primed to be rowdy. All right, we're underway. Vikings get the tip, and they're going to set up on the offensive end here.
Tigers come out, match up man-to-man against the Vikings.
Vikings passing around. Tigers, we've seen this matchup, man. Oh, the shot gets away. That's going to be off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound come down with by Tajay Stewart. Nakai Johnson was the Viking that put that shot up down at the other end, I believe.
Tajay all the way to the hole. And Tajay
Nice
goes out of bounds,
job
comes
right
back
there.
in bounds, just takes the ball back.
Well, that's what happens when you hustle.
Zeke Rogers opens the game up tonight with a three-point shot. You see from up here, that ball was going to be way, way short. That ball's going to be knocked out of bounds by Zeke Rogers. Tigers coming in tonight off a tough loss Friday night to the West Plains Zizzers.
No, I got to watch a little of that game right here on the TTSN network as I was gone to a funeral over the weekend, and in the mouth of the South, Mark Wilson steps right into the basketball chair. But as you said, just a overtime heartbreaker here in Tigerland.
Best thing I took out of that game, Matt, was I had the chance to be back in the locker room after that game, and the boys took that as, I think, more of a, I don't want to say a wake-up call because I don't think that's what it was, but I will tell you something, they were ready to get back out on the floor and play somebody.
Gunnar Reeves puts up the three, no good off the front of the rim. Rebound comes to Parkview. That's going to be Freeman, brings it down to the other end, gives off to Johnson. We've seen that Tiger defense be tough inside and hard to find points in the paint against this Tiger defense when they're playing that matchup man there. Spin underneath, no good. Someone got a hand on it. Gunnar Reeves comes out with it, swings to Stewart into the corner. Zeke Rogers going to feed down inside. It's going to be out of bounds off the hands of Gunnar, I believe.
It was, but that ball was tipped. Gunnar went to catch it. I think that was number 3 there for Parkview.
It's going to be Huddleston.
Huddleston looked like he got a hand on that ball, deflected it just enough that Gunnar was unable to make the catch.
Jevin Huddleston on the other side has the ball for the Parkview Vikings. Swing to the near side. Tigers look to trap. Pressure in here. Gunnar Reeves takes it away. Got a little numbers at the other end. Oh, Zeke Rogers not able to get control.
The pass was just a little bit high for Zeke. Cavalier from long range.
Baby. Carson Cavalier from way downtown.
You ain't kidding. That's going to be a timeout there. 30-second timeout by the Parkview Vikings. Well, we got this little break. Matt, we want to welcome all our viewers out there on the TTSN Sports Network watching us live via the Facebook from all areas on planet Earth.
Millions and millions.
The millions and millions. If you're watching and you're Matt's got the map up here, a whole bucket of pins tonight.
I've got pins aplenty.
And let us know where you're watching from. If you're outside the state of Missouri, you know, Matt, senior night. If you're watching inside the state of Missouri, let us know where you're at. You're out there watching, supporting Tiger basketball right here in the Mecca.
My check-in's already coming across the wire as recent Tiger alumnus, Miss Victoria Hooker's joining us tonight on the TTSN Sports Network. All right, we're back to action. Waynesville Tigers on top, 6-0 here. On the backs of a three-pointer for Zeke Rogers, and then way outside for Carson Cavalier. All right, ball up and off the glass, no good. Rebound underneath. Believe that's going to be Dante Taylor that gets the ball right back up and quickly to the other end.
Zeke takes it in. He's going to get a chance for the old conventional three-point play.
Getting a shout out to one of our seniors, one of my former students, Miss Patience Stewart. Wishing Big Brother a good game here tonight.
Checking in from the great state of Arkansas.
All right, Zeke Rogers at the line. Tigers up 8-2. Free throw just off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound comes to Parkview. The big JaVale Tolliver, number 34 down there, matching up with Jaden Smith underneath.
Well, Zeke out front tries to step in, get that steal, and they're going to get a foul on Zeke Rogers there with the body.
Swing it all the way across. Defense quick to react, nothing there. Parkview down into the corner, thinks about the three, not there. He stepped into the trap. Wow, they're going to call Gunnar Reeves with that.
They're going to get Gunnar with the block there.
So that's going to be Gunnar's first foul, second team foul on the Tigers. Parkview to inbound once more, goes way back court for the inbounds play that time. Huddleston brings it across. Give down on the near side. Now
that ball's going to be thrown out of bounds as they tried to cross-court pass there. Got a little too much underneath of it.
And it looks like number 15, Anthony Green, checking into the game for the Parkview Vikings.
Ironically, Parkview's wearing green.
Wearing green. Tigers working the ball around on the offensive end. Carson Cavalier gives to Rees, back to Cavalier. Cavalier way outside.
And he hits it again. Cavalier from the volleyball line.
Slinging arrows.
Those ought to be worth 4.
All right, 3:17 left to play here in first quarter action. Your Waynesville Tigers on top, 11-2. Block off the glass, Jaden Smith. What a block.
Jaden gets the block. Cavalier trying to pick up the offensive foul.
Tigers back down on the offensive end. Looking inside, Tajay Stewart swings in the corner. Cavalier now with the drive. Give back to Rogers. Stewart looks inside,
Cavalier.
not there. Cavalier thinks about it.
He thinks about it. Parkview's paying a little bit more attention right now.
I think they've stepped out 3 or 4 steps on Cavalier now.
Oh, that one just in and out.
Jaden Smith gets a finger on it inside, but Parkview comes out. Green pulls down the rebound. Going to get a travel.
Well, the Waynesville trap over there caused that travel. Waynesville drops that defense down. You trap out of that corner. It can get real difficult and real antsy real quick because you want to get out of that corner as fast as you possibly can. But you got to put the ball on the ground to do it.
All right, checking into the game for the Parkview Vikings, going to be number 12, Ennio McGree checks back in. But also checking into the game is the big guy, number 13, Latrey Morrison. Looks like the Tigers Cavalier
with another long distance 3.
All right.
We're going to do another timeout. I'm going to tell you something right now, Matt. That Parkview bench is none too happy with the fact that I believe they've been told that Carson Cavalier doesn't get open, and Carson Cavalier keeps getting open.
Well, and I was, before Carson interrupted me there with yet another 3, talked about the size difference. Parkview shifted in some personnel, putting some bigger guys on the floor. Underneath, hidden what's eating you up right now if you're the Parkview Vikings.
Well, it's the fact that Carson Cavalier has a green light across half court right now, and he's using it to the best of his ability.
Well, and if you're getting beat inside, I kind of understand the switch to the bigs, but right now you've had 4 3-pointers against you maybe we won't. They ought to worry about that outside, but either way, Tigers up on top by 12. Drive inside on the lane, off the glass, and that one's going to be good for Dante Taylor, number 1 for the Parkview Vikings. Tigers inbound. Cavalier brings it across. Jaden Smith on the wing. Gives up top to Rees. Back to Cavalier. Gunnar Rees puts it up long off the front of the rim, and it's going to be out of bounds off. Going to say last touch by the Waynesville Tigers, so the ball would go over to the Parkview Vikings. All right, 1:20 left to play here in first quarter action. Waynesville Tigers up on top by 10, 14-4. Parkview puts up the 3 ball from the outside. In and out, no good. Rebounded underneath by Taylor. Taylor puts it right back up off the glass for 2. Tigers bring it quickly down to the other end. Tajay Stewart with the drive.
And the basket
Count the basket.
Tajay will go to the line.
Well,
To have a chance for the conventional 3-point play.
Tajay knows he's getting fouled, knows he's getting hit, puts that high up off the glass. All right, Tajay Stewart at the line, set. He's going to shoot 1. It's up. Oh, rattles around, no good. Rebound comes to Parkview. Tigers still lead by 10 as we're under a minute to play here in first quarter action. Spin move in the lane, up and over is going to be good for Green.
Green. That was a nice move inside by Green.
Gunnar Rees brings it across half court for the Tigers. It looks like Tigers are going to play for the last shot here in first quarter. Gunnar Rees now holds the ball.
Parkview pulls out the defense right now. Something we haven't seen out of Parkview yet tonight. We're at 5 seconds. Reese takes it all the way to the hole, and it rolls off the rim. And that brings us to the end of the first quarter. The Waynesville Tigers up 16-8. Matt, you know what that means it's time for?
TTSN Sports Update.
It's time for a TTSN Sports Update. This TTSN Sports Update brought to you by the TigerTV Facebook page. TigerTV Facebook for all the news. It is news right here in Tiger Town. Matt, you know who likes the TigerTV Facebook page?
I'm going to say assistant track coach Patrick Knight.
Well, we all know assistant track coach Patrick Knight likes the TigerTV Facebook page because he's watching while he's sitting down right below us tonight. But that's not the one who I was talking about tonight. You know who I'm going to talk about tonight? It's those 4 senior boys out there who we talked about earlier. They like the TigerTV Facebook page, and they're going to love it when they move off to college and they can watch basketball right here live in the comfort of their own dorm room. Matt, Sports Update, we want to give a big good luck out to Lucas Smith and his wrestlers as they head to state this weekend. First time ever we've had girls state wrestling. We're going to be represented very strong there. We have, I believe, 5 wrestlers on the boys' side going. I believe that's correct.
I think that's right.
I think that is right. And guys, we want you to go up there and show them what Tiger Wrestling's all about. It's all started for those girls and those boys right here in the Mecca of Ozark Conference Wrestling, Waynesville, Missouri.
All right, as we're ready to go here, open up the second quarter. Waynesville Tigers on top by 8, 16-8. Tigers will get first possession here in the second quarter. Need to send a big hello. Former TTSN Fan of the Year, Nelson Morgan, watching along with us at home. I'm gonna guess Nelson's watching from Tennessee.
I'm guessing you're right.
All right, Tigers offensive end swinging around. Jaden Smith inside. We're going to get a quick foul there. Believe they're going to get number 12, Ennio McGree. No, I'm sorry, they're going to call 13 on that one. That's going to be Latrell Morrison, going to be his first. Second team foul. Hunter Poole puts it up long from outside, not there. Rebounded underneath by Smith. Kick back out to Gunnar Reese, swings again to Poole. Poole.
And Matt, while you folks we need to let the folks at home know while they're watching, we would love for them to nominate their pick for TTSN Fan of the Year. Oh. And we're going to announce that Thursday night. So if you're out there watching and you've got somebody you'd like to nominate for that award, send it in. Put it right there on the Facebook. TTSN, the official sports channel of Facebook. And you're going to want to put that right out there for everybody to see.
Well, you know, it's going to be a momentous occasion when another name gets etched on the cup. Three ball from the outside. Hunter Poole. All right, Waynesville.
Tigers drop it as 1-2-2.
Tigers push back to a 9-point lead, 19-10. Three ball goes up from the outside, and that's good. That's going to be Ennio McGree. Cuts the Tiger lead to 6 here. Just over 6 minutes left to play in the first half. Tajay Stewart, a little pull-up jumper. Not there. Rebound comes to Green underneath. Parkview quickly back to the other end. Green spins in the lane, kicks back outside to McGree. McGree off with it. Rebound Green underneath. Parkview. Green pushes his way up and off the glass. No good. Tajay Stewart comes out with the ball. Tigers set up the offense at the other side. Gunnar Reese going to direct it from the top. Gives to Zeke Rogers, pushes inside. Jaden trying to find the big guy down low.
Seen that, and he tried to go to the left and got blocked on that pass. It was just a split second late. That was going to be pretty if he gets that first pass through there.
All right, they're going to call the foul. Well, they announced the foul on Anthony Green, but I think it was on our 15. So that foul's going to go against Jaden Smith. Going to be his first, I believe. 5th team foul for the Tigers. Tigers up by 6. 5:13 left to play here in first half action. Long three ball going to go up and good. Number 2, Nikai Johnson.
Matt, we want to send some get well wishes out there to longtime TTSN sports supporter Mike Morris. He couldn't make it down to the game tonight. He's not feeling very well. Mike, miss you being down here. And Mike's been spending a lot of time watching things that going on in Mayberry. He's glad to have a little basketball to watch.
I imagine. Zeke Rogers from the corner, off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound comes to the Parkview Vikings. Speaking of a fellow alum here that a little under the weather, Miss Shauna Smith tuning in and joining us tonight on the TTSN.
Also a little under the weather, joining us tonight is Amy Breeden.
Boy, sickness is going around.
It's going to be a travel up top.
Checking back in is going to be the marksman of the evening, Carson Cavalier.
Boy, a lot of sickness, a lot of it out on the west side of Waynesville, too.
Well, I hope it doesn't come to my house.
Well, I just thought I'd give you that warning, Matt.
All right.
And for all the other folks out in West Waynesville watching.
Tigers moving around down here on the offensive end. Carson Cavalier kicks across to Reese. Reese looks into the corner, finds Poole. Poole lying inside. Tajay Stewart fighting for space underneath. Now the gives to Stewart. Comes up, pass taken away. Turnover goes to Parkview, and they've got numbers on the other end. Up and off the glass. That's going to be Jevin Huddleston.
we're going to get a timeout by Coach Pills. I was about ready to say that, but I thought I'd let him call it first.
As that trims the
That's going to
Tiger
be a
lead to
30-second timeout.
3:20 left to play here in the first half, and trims the Tiger lead to 1. As it looks like Coach Shauna Smith is, I'm not sure if that's a hand sanitizer emoji. It could be a wave. I'm just going to assume it's hand sanitizer.
Yeah, I think that's a hand sanitizer emoji. That must be in the new update, because I don't think I got that one.
Well, Coach Pills, you could predict that timeout call there as things get a little out of sorts.
Well, the Tigers down on offense haven't hit the last 3 or 4 outside shots, and it also now got the offensive rebound off there. And I think that's one of the things. I think he's probably talking about maybe looking for a little bit better shot down here on offense.
So you see number 2, Jared Hyatt's checked into the game for the Waynesville Tigers. Whoa. Tajay changed directions midair there.
Well, that was going to go to Jared Hyatt, and the Vikings did a great job of closing that down.
Tajay Stewart.
He's going to be fouled. I'm going to tell you, I like that. They clear that out. If you look what the Tigers did there, they moved the ball back and forth a couple times, cleared that out, and got Tajay one-on-one up top to take the ball to the hole. He's hard to stop.
Oh, absolutely. I'll take a one-on-one matchup with Tajay in our favor almost any day. They're going to get Nakai Johnson with his second foul there. This inbounds pass is tipped up, taken away.
And
misses the layup at the other end. Rebound comes to Jared Hyatt. And the student section letting them have it.
Cavalier's going to be fouled on his drive to the hole. Nice to see Carson Cavalier make that move. We haven't seen a lot of Carson being able to attack the rim coming off that injury. That time he took the ball right to the rim.
Absolutely.
Took the ball.
It's going to be the first
attack
foul.
Mode.
First foul on Jevin Huddleston there. 5th for the Parkview Vikings. Checking back into the game for the Waynesville Tigers, Zeke Rogers. Rebound, shot up, rebound comes to Parkview there. Tigers 2:35 left to play here in the first half. Tigers lead by 1. Pass inside, kicked out into the corner is Green. Puts it up, it's 3.
And Parkview takes their first lead of the evening. 21-19 with 2:20 left here in the first half. Wow. Tajay with a little momentum. And you talk about hard to stop.
Yeah, I like the matchup. If you're going to give us Tajay Stewart one-on-one inside, I think that favors the Tigers. Hunter Poole gets out aggressive defense.
Hunter had the trap over there real nice. He just stayed with it a little too long.
All right. It's going to be Hunter Poole's first team foul, number 4. Jaden Smith checking back inside for the Waynesville Tigers. 3 ball. Up and good. That's Zamian Beal. First time we've called his name tonight, but puts the Parkview Vikings up by 3. Gunnar Reese gives off to Cavalier. Cavalier pushes inside.
Nice move by Jaden Smith. When Jaden started to make that move, I'm thinking, where are you going, Jaden? There's nothing there. They've got you totally shut down.
He comes underneath, one hand up over the top of his head off the glass. Green from the corner again for 3. Not there that time. Rebound loose underside.
Gunnar Reese pulls down the rebound. Woo! In the land of the Giants. Whoa! Tajay Stewart. I don't think he meant to put that on his hip. He put that on his hip going through the lane. And if he'd have dunked it, he'd have won the dunk contest.
Tigers up by 1. Less than a minute to play here in first half action. Nice job right there, Jaden. That's as good as defense as you can play. Doesn't pick up the foul, gets the hand up. Credit the Parkview Vikings. That's going to be Dante Taylor. Gets that up and good for 2. So Parkview leading by 1. 33 seconds left to play here in the first half. All right, Tigers look like they're going to pull it out and play for that last shot.
They're going to try to get the one. They're going to go. They want that final shot.
Gunneries up top in the set. Gives to Stewart. 7 seconds and we roll. Stewart
off the double
drives.
Screen all the way to the hole. That's going to be a block.
I'm going to say the foul came before the shot.
And Matt, actually, that's a pretty good call, I think.
Well, I think it's the correct call.
I think when Taj went, when he came down, that's when the foul was, and then he went up.
They're going to at least talk about it.
Wait a minute. You can't shoot 2. Wait a minute. That doesn't make sense.
Right.
You can't shoot 2
if the foul's on the court.
If the foul.
If they call the foul on the ground, it
okay,
has
here
to
we
be
go.
inbounded.
Now we're going. I was like, you can't do what they just tried to do.
Well,
it's either the basket's good and we're shooting 1, or it's on the floor.
I saw something very similar over here in the freshman.
The basket counts and we're going to shoot 1. Matt, I'm going to tell you, some people can just tell when they've been part of a conversation and they're not here. Because joining us here on the TTSN Sports Network is Brian Schaffner, right here live via Facebook. And Brian, we're going to schedule a meeting between me and you here in the next few days because we got a proposition for you. So get them numbers are going around up there in that mighty brain of yours. And I'm going to make the long trip down to WCC. We'll have some business to talk about.
All right, Tajay Stewart gets a free throw. Tigers up by 2, 2.3 ticks left. Long shot.
Off the back of the rim, and that brings us to the end of the first half of basketball here at the Waynesville Tigers, up 28-26 over the Parkview Vikings. We're going to have a huge presentation out here by the cheerleaders and then by Rhythm Nation under the direction of Leanne Christek. And we're going to be back for more basketball action here in about 10 minutes.
And now for your halftime entertainment, let's welcome our Waynesville Lady Tiger cheerleader team.
right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back on for second half action here. The Tigers are leading the Parkview Vikings 28-26. As we roll into the second half, scoring leaders for your Waynesville Tigers, Matt. Carson Cavalier
9, I believe,
and Tajay Stewart, both with 9 points. Hope everybody enjoyed the cheerleaders and Rhythm Nation under the direction of Cashmere Leanne Christek, as she was modeling one of those cashmere jackets that are going to be available Thursday night here on Valentine's night.
Oh, Valentine's extravaganza.
It's a Valentine's extravaganza. And Leanne's going to have 5 cashmere Rhythm Nation jackets, actually only 4, as one of them was purchased Friday night. She'll be presenting those to your sweetheart if you buy one of those cashmere jackets. Give Leanne a call, text, email, stop by her house, do something. Let her know you're interested in one of those.
Well, and with only 4, you're going to have to act fast. They don't call her Cashmere for nothing. Carson Cavalier going to put his first 3 of the second half up, as that's his 4th one on the night.
That's right, he had 3. You know that because he had 9 points, Matt.
Oh, the wonder of math. Oh, Cavalier almost comes up with a big steal there. Parkview gets back control of it.
Once again, the more Carson is on the court, we're at game 6, game 7, the tops. More confidence you see just in his total game.
3 ball goes up from the outside, no good. Pull down. Jaden Smith quickly ahead
to Tajay Stewart. He's fouled.
Off the
Count that basket.
Count the basket.
Tajay Stewart getting a chance for another conventional 3-point play.
Going to get Taylor with the foul. That's going to be his first team foul here to open the second half. Stewart follows, makes the free throw. Xavion Beal going to be checking into the game, number 11 for the Parkview Vikings.
Tigers extend that lead to 8 here in the early goings of the third quarter.
Parkview swinging around, looking for a shot here on the offensive end. Beal on the outside. Not there, looking inside. Boy, Waynesville Tiger defense inside right now is just nails. Beal, little jump drive. He'd go off the glass.
Parkview's going to pick up a little full court pressure here against the Tigers.
Carson Cavalier gives back to Rees, quickly ahead to Cavalier, and the Tigers across half court. Zeke Rogers now swings to Rees on the near side, inside to Tajay Stewart. Tajay Stewart double team, somehow
loses his balance there as he
thought he did real well not to just fall right there.
Cavalier's got to pick up the foul, but he saved 2 points.
Yeah,
that foul underneath.
That's going to be an easy 2 for Latrey Morrison. Going to be his first team foul for the Tigers. That's going to send Morrison to the line. Morrison said he's up, no good on the first one. Morrison set at the line, ready for a second. It's up. It's off the side of the rim.
It's going to roll off too, but that ball's going to go to.
Whoa!
Well, I almost said it because I thought it was pretty obvious it was going to be Waynesville ball. Apparently, I was incorrect.
Well, and I might be one of those that was called in lieu of the foul.
I didn't think Lou fouled on that, but thought that should have been Waynesville's ball.
All right, Beal to inbound for Parkview. Vikings working around. Waynesville Tigers on top here in third quarter. 34-28. Kick inside, Carson
Nice job by
Cavalier.
Carson. Little lob pass inside, and Carson just kind of waits on it, knocks it away, gets it to Zeke, and Tigers are back on offense.
Tigers now on the offensive end. Zeke Rogers gives inside. Jaden Smith, but hand on it, ball's loose, rolled around. Eventually Parkview comes out of there with it. Up and off the glass, it's going to be Dante Taylor. Trims that Waynesville lead to 4 as we've got 5 minutes left to play here in third quarter action. Jaden Smith, a little turnaround jumper won't go. Rebound comes to the Vikings. Quickly ahead, Beal inside, dishes off. Believe they're going to get Jaden Smith there with his second.
Yeah, it's going to be on Jaden. I thought that could have been Jaden or Zeke Rogers, either one. It's only Jaden's second.
Beal to inbound underneath for Parkview. Taylor drive inside. Count the basket.
Wow.
So that trims the Waynesville lead to 2. Taylor.
And that's going to be a third foul on Jaden Smith right there. Folks scoring at home. Talked about that the other night, Friday night, Matt. I don't know if you got to hear that part of the game or not. We talked about how the mouth of the South, Mark Wilson, is our probably leading person that does the scoring at home. As Mark sits at home, watches these TTSN broadcasts with a scorebook, and keeps immaculate basketball scorebooks. If you ever get a chance to go out to Mark's house and take a look at his collection, really something to see.
All right, free throw goes as Jaden Smith with the 3 fouls is going to take a seat. Eric Morris checks into the game for the Waynesville Tigers.
Eric's been out for a couple games too. He had some of that West Waynesville illness and wasn't available Friday night for the game.
Going to call Dante Taylor with the foul at the other end for Parkview. So going to be 2 on Taylor. Zeke Rogers to inbound for the Tigers. Gets it in. Gunnar Rees on the other side.
There's going to be a foul. That's the displacement rule right there, Matt.
That's going to be 2 on Jevin Huddleston.
Well, Huddleston comes out to Gunnar. Gunner's trying to make a move across, bumps him with his chest, displaces Gunnar Rees. That's going to be a foul all the time. Whew.
Zeke Rogers with the drive.
Oh, Tajay Stewart with the putback. Oh, I thought Taj was going to slam that thing home.
I did too.
And there's going to be a foul on Tajay.
All right, team foul number 4. First foul for Tajay Stewart. Tigers lead by 3. First free throws up, and it's good for Taylor. Nakai Johnson checking back into the game, number 2 for the Parkview Vikings. Taylor hits the second one as well, so trims the Waynesville lead to 1. 4 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. Carson Cavalier, a lot of pressure right there.
Well, the pressure in the ball. Doing a big job sagging back in on Stewart when he's down low. Nice.
Oh.
Whoa. Nice
wow.
pass by Gunnar Rees. Zeke Rogers with a nice shot there. It doesn't get to go.
Nakai Johnson hits the 3, puts Parkview on top by 2. Tajay Stewart a little too far underneath, but able to tip that one. Gunnar Rees
with the 3. How in the world did Tajay tip that ball back to Gunnar?
Tajay going to the ground somehow and tipped it. A lot of it.
Oh, no, he
just a little finger.
He tipped that thing 20 feet.
Tajay Stewart right now flying up and down both ends of the court. gets that ball out to Rees and gives the Tigers back the 1-point lead there with the 3-point shot. Coach Pills wants to call that timeout, kind of like we saw there towards the end of that first half. Settle things down just a little bit.
I think he's wanting to settle things down more on the defensive end right now.
Oh, yeah.
Than he is on the offensive end.
So you see Coach Pills there in the huddle talking to the boys.
Matt, this just across the ticker. St. Louis Blues up tonight over the New Jersey Devils, 4-1, right toward the end of the second period. Blues going for a 6th victory in a row here.
Oh.
Right back in the playoffs.
6 is a serious number.
Oh, it's a serious number in St. Louis for sure.
All right, we're set to go back here. 3:16 in third quarter. Tigers leading 39-38. Parkview to inbound at their end. Inbound comes to Beal. He's going to bring it across half court for the Vikings. Give back to Johnson. Johnson swings it to the near side. Beal looking inside. There's no one there. Eric Morris matched up with the big guy underneath. Doing a nice job denying that ball inside. 3 ball goes up from the corner, and it's good. Ennio McGree puts Vikings back up on top by 2. Tajay Stewart in the lane. Not there. Zeke Rogers goes hard for the rebound. Doesn't get it. Getting a little wild and woolly in there.
We're going to get a foul on this end on the shot.
I believe they're going to get Eric Morris.
Yeah, they are going to get Eric Morris. That's going to be his first.
Just going to be his first. 5th team foul on the Tigers. Nakai Johnson going to go to the line to shoot 2 for the Parkview Vikings. Nakai up and good with the first. Anthony Green, number 15, checks back into the game for the Parkview Vikings. We've seen Green put that 3 ball up a couple times from the outside. Johnson good with a second, so it pushes the Parkview lead to 4 here. Tigers inbound. Gunnar Rees going to bring it across half court for the Tigers. Gunnar Rees, bounce. Get it into the corner, right back to Gunnar. Gunnar now drives into the lane.
They're going to get Gunnar with the travel.
Parkview works inside to Green. Green gives off to Johnson on the backside. I'm sorry, that's Taylor on the backside there. Puts it up and good for 2. Parkview has their biggest lead of the night.
They're going to get a foul, I believe.
They're going to get Beal.
Yeah, they're going to get Beal on that. It's going to be his first.
Carson Cavalier thinks about the quick 3. Not there, but ball tipped away and taken. Pushed ahead, and they're going to
get a travel out at half court.
Student section getting a little rowdy over there. So we got a timeout here for a loose shoe. We're going to tie that up. And we're ready to go. Rogers inbounds to Rees. Rees going to bring it across for the Tigers. Back to Rogers. Swings to Rees at the top. Rees with a long 3.
Hey, it's the bottom of the net.
Clips that lead in half. Waynesville Tigers lead or trail by 3. Parkview pushes it ahead. That's Beal with it on the near side. Green in the corner, little trap there, dribbles out of it, but that ball's tipped away and taken. Tajay gives it ahead to Zeke.
Zeke gets it to Gunner, out to Morris. They're just going to want to settle things down just a little bit.
Yeah, I think that's the right move. Getting a little wild there. Long two won't go. Rebound comes underneath to Green. Parkview pushes it quickly to the other end. 3-ball up, and it's good for Nakai Johnson. Pushes the Parkview lead back to 6 here as we've got about 30 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Cavalier, long 3 won't go. Rebounded by Green inside for Parkview. Pushes it ahead to Beal. Beal, jump stop in the lane, hands off. That's going to be Latrey Morrison putting it down hard for the Vikings. Tigers trail by 8, look to take the last shot here in the third quarter. Ball's loose.
And Matt, that's going to bring us to the end of the third quarter. Parkview Vikings up on the Waynesville Tigers 50-42. And Matt, you know what that means it's time for, don't you?
I believe that'd be a TTSN Sports Update.
It's time for a TTSN Sports Update. This TTSN Sports Update brought to you by the Tiger TV Facebook page. Tiger TV Facebook for all the news that is news right here in Tiger Town. Matt, you know who likes the Tiger TV Facebook page?
Kashmir Leanne Christek.
Well, we've already had her as a liker of the Tiger TV Facebook page. It's not fair. But I'm going to tell you who likes the Tiger TV Facebook page. Waynesville softball coach Rochelle Mabach loves the Tiger TV Facebook page. She spends hours hours and hours and hours at night looking at the Tiger TV Facebook page so she can find out what's going on here in Tiger Town. Matt, the sports update, we want to talk about what's going on Thursday night right here at Waynesville High School. It's a Valentine's extravaganza right here, Waynesville High School. You're going to want to bring your sweetheart down here, stop at the concession stand, a couple hot dogs, a box of popcorn, a soda and 2 straws, and kick back and watch the Lady Tigers in action as they take on the Kickapoo Lady Chiefs. But if you can't do that, if your sweetheart says no, I'd like to have something other than a hot dog, popcorn, and 1 soda, or a half a soda, you can catch all the action right here on the TTSN Sports Network.
All right, we're back to action. The Tigers start with possession here in the fourth quarter. Tigers trailing by 8. Now, another thing about Thursday night, going to be pink out night here in Tiger Gym. So if you are going to stroll down here, you want to have your Lady Tiger pink on.
That is very true.
Turnover there by the Waynesville Tigers. Ball back to the Parkview Vikings, and quickly across half court they come. Oh, Zeke Rogers.
Nice job by Zeke there. Stepping in front, getting that steal. Tigers really need to turn this into some points this trip down the court.
Absolutely. Tajay Stewart directing traffic. Bounce pass inside, right back out. Parkview really shutting down that outside line right now.
Parkview went on that offensive run, and boy, their defense picked right up with it.
Well, and how many times do we see that a little juice at one end pays off at the other? As pass inside, tipped away and taken by Parkview. Another turnover there by the Waynesville Tigers. So the Parkview Vikings at the other end. Pass inside to Green. Off the hands. This one's going to be way out of bounds off the hands of Parkview. Elijah Whitley, number 12, checks in for the Parkview Vikings, and Hunter O'Neill checking in, number 40 for the Waynesville Tigers. Hunter O'Neill, we see step in and provide some key shooting here at different points along the year. Hunter O'Neill goes inside. Tajay Stewart gives it back to O'Neill. Into the corner, Zeke Rogers. O'Neill's going to put up the 3-ball right off the front of the rim. No good. Rebound underneath comes to the Vikings. Green pull-up jumper in the lane, rattles around, no good. Rebound, oh! Carson Cavalier gets that ball behind him. Can't
loses his balance. He's trying to stay in bounds. Doesn't want to just throw it back in underneath, because you always, underneath that basket, you give up that chance to give up the easy two, and you don't want to do that.
Long three outside, rattles around. That hit the wire.
Hit the wire up top.
All right, so Tigers still trail by 8, just under 6 minutes left to play here in the game.
Tigers been stuck on that 42 number for quite a while, Matt.
Hunter O'Neill looking inside, gives to Tajay Stewart. Tajay back out top, Tigers working around. Hunter O'Neill
with the three. 42 no more.
Maybe that little spark the Tiger offense needs to get rolling here. Long pass across the court by the Parkview Vikings.
That ball is going to be out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Parkview Vikings. 5:10 left here in the final quarter. Tigers putting a lot of pressure out front here. Is after that long drought, cutting that lead down to 5.
Big possession right here as Green puts up the three ball. No good. Rebound. Oh, underneath. Thought Carson Cavalier was going to have that one. Parkview gets a hand in there and pulls it out. Tigers pick up a little pressure here now on the front side. Pass.
Gunnar Reese gets his hand in there and makes a steal.
And here come your Waynesville Tigers. Tajay Stewart blocked, tipped out of bounds, and somehow saved down here on this end. Three ball up from the outside, and it's good. Nakai
Johnson. Get a timeout. Well, Parkview Vikings extend that lead to 8 again. Matt, while we've got this break, we want to recognize our students working the broadcast tonight under the direction of the incomparable Tim Wallace.
The illustrious Tim Wallace.
The illuminal Tim Wallace. Once again, as always, Tim and the students have done a great job tonight bringing you this broadcast. Our students tonight, AJ Cabanas, Michaela Manhalter, Michaela Mesco, Colton Hazelwood, Garrett Curry, and Brad Faro, under the direction of Tim once again. Matt, once again, is the way this works. They come down here, they start working right after school, get this whole thing set up, cameras, the booth over there. Our suite is always set up for us when we get up here, the TTSN Sports Suite, and they're bringing it to you right there at home and doing an outstanding job doing it. I've been watching back and forth, been watching on our phones, watching on the monitor here and everything, and the action tonight's been absolutely great.
Absolutely is just a first-rate deal every time we're here. Although now one request I have is it appears that our canister of M&Ms is running a little low. I know it's the end of the season. We've only got one broadcast, but we are going to need to refill a couple of the snack trays back here.
Well, Matt, I'll just let you know now. Tim let me know this earlier in the day. Not going to be M&Ms Thursday night. It's going to be those little sweetheart hearts.
Oh, man, and those are hard to find this year.
They are, too. He was able to have some brought in, I believe, from Sarcoxy, and you know, that's the capital of the sweetheart hearts here in Missouri.
All right, that's going to be the third foul on Trey Morrison. It's going to be the 5th team foul on Parkview. Tigers inbound. Gunnar is going to bring it back for the Waynesville Tigers. Oh, Gunnar gets it. Boy, that's going to be the third time Gunnar was hit on that drive alone. That's going to be 4. I believe, on Jeff. No, I'm sorry. That's just going to be 3 on Huddleston. But he body checked Gunnar Reese 3 times before that foul was called. Carson Cavalier now at the other end. Cavalier inside off the glass.
What a tip in! What a tip in by Tajay Stewart!
Woo!
Tajay gets a hand on that ball.
Tajay comes out of there with it. Gives to Gunnar Reese into the corner,
Into
back
Tajay.
inside.
Out to Hunter. Off the front of the rim. Hunter almost gets his own offensive rebound.
Well,
nice job following that shot.
Well, and
by Hunter O'Neal.
How many times do you talk about that? Follow your shot. Hunter does. Almost comes up with his rebound there on that 3. Parkview gets their hands on it, and back to the other end we come. That's going to be a kick ball off the foot of Zeke Rogers. So
and if we were in the playing at the collegiate level, we'd reset the shot clock.
We don't have a shot clock in high school.
Just preparing for the future here, Matt. Not ours going to college.
I was like,
a shot clock coming here to
I'm
Waynesville
glad.
High School.
I thought I was going to have to go back to college. I've done that a couple times, and I really think I'm good.
Well, I'm glad you think so. Do want to point out that I don't know that, Matt, if you were listening at the time, but the Mouth of the South Friday night, as I mentioned that Tim Wallace was aluminum, tried to point out that wasn't a word. Now, I corrected him, and Tim Wallace just sent a message over and said that he got a message from the Mouth of the South that he has his nose buried deep in a Webster dictionary looking for the word aluminum.
Well, when he finds it, you know whose picture is going to be right beside it?
Tim
Wallace. And he will find it.
And Tim's picture will be there.
All right, we're ready to go here. Parkview Vikings to inbound. Parkview leading by 6 here. 2:40 left to play in the game. Green spins inside, not there. Pushed, spins, kick, 3 ball from the outside, rattles in and out, no good. Rebound, Tajay Stewart. Stewart gives to O'Neal. O'Neal swings, gives to Rees. Rees gonna back it up and set the offense. That ball's gonna be tipped. That'll stay with the Waynesville Tigers.
Is that one of them in lieu of plays again?
No, I think that one actually was off the hands of Parkview out here, as Gunnar was bringing it and the ball shot forward a lot quicker than I think Gunnar had a hand on it. Carson Cavalier, a little jumper at the free throw line, won't go. A whole host of Parkview Vikings there. As the clock ticks under 2 minutes, Parkview holding a 6-point lead.
Well, I like the fact that Parkview's throwing that little lob pass out front, because eventually that's going to come back to haunt them.
Shot up and off the glass, going to be number 13, Latrey Morrison. Zeke Rogers quickly to the other end. Parkview Vikings moving the ball around right now,
Under
trying to eat up that
Tigers are going to have
clock.
to foul, and Zeke does out front. Down 6, 122. We're going to see some free throws here before this game's over.
That's going to be second foul on Zeke Rogers, just the 6th team foul. So Tigers, looks like Jared Hyatt checking into the game for the Waynesville Tigers, number 2.
Jared Hyatt. Well, we saw a lot of Hyatt. Hyatt made some great plays the other night against West Plains. We knew we've been watching him on the JV level as the season's progressed, and Jared's had a great season down there. You know we're going to get to see some time out here.
Parkview eating up a lot of clock right now as Beal goes inside. Ball kicked and taken away by the Tigers. Gunnar Rees comes out of there with it, gives to Cavalier. Cavalier for three off the back of the rim, no good. Anthony Green with the rebound inside for Parkview. Zeke Rogers going to have to foul there to stop the clock at 41.6. It's going to be third foul for Zeke, team foul number 7.
Tigers were at that point. They had to foul right there. Put Parkview on the line.
Nakai Johnson at the other end's got the 1-and-1 here. First one's up, and it's good. Second one, it goes as well. So that pushes it to an 8-point lead here. Tigers quickly to the other end. Cavalier drives, no whistle there. And whistle's gonna stop the clock at 29.9. Believe they're gonna get Gunnar Rees there. No, I'm sorry, they're gonna get Jared Hyatt with that one. It's gonna be his first. 8th team foul for Waynesville.
Well, Matt, when we come back Thursday night here on the TTSN Sports Network, we'll have district seatings. The district seating meeting's taking place tomorrow in Camdenton. I know I talked to Coach Pills, Coach Madlock about that today, and they'll come back. We'll know where we stand for district play. It's a 4-team district, 11 in Camdenton, Springfield Central, and the Waynesville Tigers. And we'll bring you that news on Thursday night.
It'll be interesting with the mix of teams and the records. One's beat one, the other one's beat another one, and
yeah,
could be real interesting to see where our Waynesville Tigers end up. Gunnar Rees, long three, not there. Zeke Rogers runs it down. He's going to go inside.
He's going to be fouled. That basket's going to be good. Cut the Viking lead to 8. Zeke will be on the free throw line shooting 1.
Want to remind our viewers at home, in addition to Valentine's extravaganza, Pink Out, and everything else we've got on Thursday night, you'll want to tune in when we will announce the TTSN Sports Viewer of the Year.
Well, and we're going to do that late in that game. They're going to get a chance to vote as that game goes, so you can start doing some thinking and doing some planning and, running some numbers and stats and figuring out who you think it should be. Let us know. Call Tim down. If you don't want to put it on Facebook, call Tim down at WCC over the next 48 hours and let him know.
Well, you're talking about a prestigious award, getting your name etched on the cup there with the likes of Colin Long, Nelson Morgan, Chris Morgan. I mean, there's a lot of
the Mount Rushmore of TTSN viewers right there. We do want to let everybody know the Viewer of the Year banquet this year is not going to be televised due to some contractual stuff, and Gunnar brings it down. He takes it all the way in. It's going to be put in by Tajay Stewart. And Coach Pills is going to let that clock run out, and that's going to bring us to the end of the ball game with the Parkview Vikings rolling to Waynesville, defeat the Tigers 61-54 tonight. The final home broadcast for the Tigers, but we're going to be right back with you Thursday night with Lady Tiger action as they'll be taking on the Lady Chiefs from Kickapoo. We want to thank everybody for watching tonight. For Matt Johnson, I'm Mike Rawlings, and hope everybody has a great evening.